Thank you. Here he is. I'll go first. Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Ann Wasson. I'm president of the Massachusetts Teachers Association, here to testify in support of the adequacy study proposal. 16 years have gone by since the Ed Reform Act, and it's clearly due, and some would say overdue, for an analysis of whether the school funding in Massachusetts now is adequate to meet the current needs of our students. In your packet that you'll receive, you will see what a cost study actually is, and it's done by a panel of education financial experts to see if the amount of money being given by the state and local is sufficient to meet the standards that exist. And our standards now are much higher than they were when 1993 occurred. We were the first state to do a study back in '91, and that study became the basis of the '93 Ed Reform Act. But since then, there have been 50 cost studies done in 35 states, and needless to say, we haven't been one of them. The methodology is much more sophisticated now than it was when we had it done. Just think what life was like 18 years ago. Technology alone, just that one issue, has transformed everything that we do and how we do it, from the computer to the internet to cell phones. So therefore, we are really asking to have this study done in this state at this time. You'll hear from others today, from the Readiness Project co-chair, from Norma Shapiro on the Hancock finding, but the one point I'd like to talk about is that there are some who say right now the severity of the economic downturn prohibits us from even looking at this issue. And to say this, we would say we understand right now it's unlikely that education funding will be increased in the very near future, but it does not remove our obligation to look to the future and to determine what we are funding now and how inadequate it would be. Others say we should not undertake the study now because it's likely to result in a finding that says schools need to be funded at a higher level. And we don't have the money, and if the state isn't in a position to increase funding right now, then a lawsuit or other action could force the state to comply. We do not agree with that assessment. In fact, some would argue a lawsuit could result if the foundation budget is not increased or an adequacy study is not undertaken. So we really are asking that the state be proactive in this data-driven world, that we get the study so we will have some facts, and with the purpose being it will be helpful, because if we have to go out and say we need more, you would then have facts to support the request. So we thank you for hearing us today. We look forward to working with you, and thank you for all you do every day for the students.
Madam Chair?